Now as we've had a look at the business process robotics, the workflow, the master data management, the business structure and entity setup, let's get into the functional and the techno-functional applications of the enterprise resource planning from FusionFOX. We have the finance and cost management application, which takes care of your accounts payable, accounts receivable, your general ledger, your costing, your budget management, and all your financial operations. Getting into the financial management application, let's have a look at the entire application stack that falls under the financial and costing application. These are all the applications that fall under the purview of the financial management solution. You have the entire journal entry, payments management, and your entire tool of receiving payments or making payments to suppliers. Then you have your master data management and setting up your entire accounting structure, that is your chart of accounts and your ledger setup, defining your accounting periods, taking care of your currency conversions, following your budget management where you can determine budgets for departments or for projects, and accordingly the financial module will function. The budget monitoring, where monitoring can be done on how much expenditure has been made, a PDC management where you can generate post-dated checks, provisional expenses, a letter of credit, a financial sales return applications where it's easy to manage sales returns in case of any customer does not accept or receive any kind of material. So reverse journal entries don't need to be made for any kind of return from a customer, rather the financial sales return can be done. So it can be recorded on why an entry was made. A sales invoice posting, making sure that when an invoice is posted only when payment is received. A check printing application, you have your financial year closing. Then you have all your reporting tools over here. You have your account balance data browser, you have your balance sheet data browser, trial balance data browser, you have a party subledger report, account and calendar closing, and these are all based on the IFRS standards and the IAS standards. Getting into the application, let's get into the journal entry application that we have open over here. Now, journal vouchers, you can post any kind of journal vouchers over here. When the vouchers are posted and they start affecting in your balance sheet is when the green check mark comes. Now, for an example, we've selected this particular journal entry where you have select your natural account name, a credit entry, a debit entry, and accordingly it can be posted. You determine what is your ledger name, you determine what's your currency type, a conversion rate is automatically selected from your organization, from your currency conversion application, whether this is a manual journal entry or against any kind of claim or any kinds of automated expense. And once the green check mark comes, it becomes posted, otherwise it's still to be posted. Getting into the next part of the application, we have a lot of other functionalities in our financial management solution. As an example, this is the one which we call master data management. This is where you define your accounts. Basically, you determine your value sets over here, and on the basis of those value sets, the accounts that are for those particular value sets are defined over here. As an example, the depth of our chart of accounts that we've defined in our sample organization is from operation location, project value set, department value set, an operating location value set, and a natural account value set. Right? So the accounts falling under these particular value sets are determined over here. Let's take an example of the natural account, which is the last account that is determined where the expense actually take place. These are the ones that we've determined over here: an accounts payable, on-site purchase expense, daily wages, logistic expense, food and beverages expense, purchase account. You need to determine an account group where you need to define the type of that account, or whether it's a parent account or it's the final child account. Whether budgeting will be done for these accounts, whether reconciliation will be done, whether it's a third party account. Once all of this is determined, then you go and form your chart of accounts. As I said, the level of depth in which our chart of account was going was determined over here. On the basis of that, a value set is defined. Now we define one business group can have multiple organizations. Each organization can have multiple chart of accounts. Now those chart of accounts are defined over here. Now as an example, we have logged in through Royal Dutch Marine Services. So chart of accounts for Royal Dutch Holding is 3-level chart of accounts, where to define an expense you need to determine which project is this expense being made on, which department is this expense being made by, and what's the natural account where this expense is going to be made. So this is how the comprehensive financial management solution takes care of its accounting. After getting into the chart of accounts, let's also get into a sample bill booking process. Where if a client has a bill that needs to be booked, This is the bill or claim booking application where a bill can be made against a vendor or a supplier, or a claim can be raised by an employee itself. This is the application where you define a particular bill or raise a particular claim from over here. Now, if it's a claim, then when you create a claim from an employee, then the direct bill details pop up. But this is against this party, SGS Engineering. So it's a bill that you're raising for a supplier. That is why the services that you've received, that particular section is popping up. The PMS activity outsourced, your preventive maintenance activities by this particular was outsourced to this particular party, and that's the amount bill that's been raised. And contract booking value is so much, pending amount is 1,000. So you can raise a bill and you can add party details, that is the details of the party for which the bill is being raised, as well as your B2B details, that's your back-to-back details. These are the party details which are defining that this is the party to whom the bill is being raised, for whom the bill is being raised, and this is the back-to-back details if any expense needs to be booked to the supplier itself directly. Once the bill is booked and once the bill is posted again through the batch posting application, a green check comes. That means this is going to reflect in your balance sheet. Now, as we have done this, now let's also go through some of the other modules of our financial management application. As an example, this is one of our party subledger reporting application. This is a custom reporting application where you can generate any kind of report for any kind of customer or any kind of supplier or supplier aging or your commission report, and it allows you to choose. It's a very dynamic application allowing you to choose what kind of information you want. In legacy ERPs and even current market leaders in ERP, reporting is one of the main issues that customers face. To generate any kind of reports, consultants needs to be called, you need to have DBAs, you need to have programmers and analysts, whereas FusionFOX ERP believes that reporting is just consolidating and gathering information that the client has inputted. That's why this one single interface allows you to gather any kind of information for your supplier, customer, or an employee. If you want a supplier report, you choose which supplier do you want a report for, what period, and what do you want a supplier aging analysis. And it's a custom reporting tool. You can add whatever kind of tools you want, and the information will come out as a PDF format or an Excel format or whichever format that you wish to receive the report in. Now, this was the financial management application module of the FusionFOX ERP.